Lots of us these days receive messages from our friends and families on our phones. But long before there were cell phones or internet or computers, people would send and receive messages in the mail, on trains, at depots like this, or via telegraph, which used wires that ran along the railroad tracks. As important as the railroad was to moving people and goods across our state and country, it also laid the groundwork for communicating electronically. There was a lot of work that went into laying down railroad tracks and figuring out how to use the land to get that work done. So, stringing a wire for communication along that same railroad track path made sense. Telegraph operators used those wires to transmit electrical signals in certain patterns that represented the letters of the alphabet. Those letters were put together to make words, and that's how messages were sent. Every town in Iowa was within 5 miles of a train depot, which allowed people to get their mail that had been delivered on a train. But the depot was also a place to send and receive telegraph messages. Online and offline are now part of our everyday language, but those words actually have roots in the old railroad telegraph days. When operators were sending electric current down a telegraph line, which means they were sending messages, they would refer to that as online. If they weren't there to send or receive the messages, they were offline. Or a message could be sent down the telegraph line that said, "Train online." That meant there's a train on the tracks. The next time you're using your phone or computer to send a message, remember how railroads have shaped the history of how we communicate.
Funding for Find Iowa has been provided by the following supporters: